And hello, everybody out there in this wonderful little YouTube land that we all live in these days, apparently. Temierus here, bringing you Masked Heroes 2 Mystic Demons. So, from what I can tell, this is first-person shooter, where we play as what looks like modern military, let's be Call of Duty. This is also the same character that seems to pop up in all of the other Masked Hero titles. And they're basically fighting like a classic D&D setting, I guess. We're just gonna go ahead and hit this play button. I don't know what any of these are gonna mean. Let's just leave it all where it is and see where it takes us. Now, the game does also claim to have serious RPG elements, almost to the point where it's marketing itself more as an RPG rather than a shooter. But as we can tell, it's a shooter. And we got an achievement for killing something the first time. Okay. There are many more buttons that are actually doing things than on the last somewhat fantasy-like... Oh, crap. We got an achievement for dying. We'll continue, because that was bullshit. Which apparently continue bumps you back to the main menu. Okay. Whatever. Alright, round 2. Now we're gonna do it. We're gonna pay attention. We're gonna do good. Whoa! I thought the left shift was gonna run, because that's what the control configuration told me it did when I very first booted this up. And yeah, that was not a sprint. That was some kind of dodge thing. Nope, go away! No, crap! This is not going well. Oh, my mouse sensitivity setting is not where it's supposed to be. My mouse, in case that confuses people, has its own independent sensitivity settings on it than just what the software would tell it. It sometimes gets confusing when I'm tweaking both the software and the hardware sensitivity settings, but I can make sense of it somehow. Alright, now we're doing alright. Actually using the mini-map. There's actually a lot to look at. I like how we get the kill cam like it's a multiplayer game, but that was also how the previous Masked Warrior titles worked. They basically claimed single-player content, but it just looked like multiplayer maps with bots in it. The view distance to see enemies is atrocious. They have to be like 10 feet away from you before you see them. Alright, now we're getting them. So now we're being able to get the drop on these guys. Actually starting to feel slightly competent at this. Where are you bastards? Another dot around here somewhere. Okay. Oh, he's sidestepping. So yeah, when they seem to... It seems that if they start to sidestep, don't bother with the sights. Oh, crap! That was a very enthusiastic damage noise the character made. That was loud! That was much louder than pretty much the rest of this game. I haven't noticed that we need to kill the mages now. I haven't really been paying that much attention to what we need to kill. I've just been killing it because it's skeletons and it's trying to kill us. That's a generally good practice to live life, I found. If there's a skeleton trying to kill you, you should just kill it. That fireball is just unsettlingly loud compared to everything else in here. Like my inability to speak. mages. Give me the mages. And he got us. Arrow beat bullet that time. Okay. Can we get new weapons? Is that a thing? As you can tell, we get money by doing stuff. We do actually have extra weapons. I think that's what those numbers are trying to tell me. Yeah, and it says to unequip. We have a flamethrower. We should probably try that. I don't think we can do anything with the meager amount of cash we have. These are the same options that were in the other Mass Forces games. Okay. Well, I guess there's a thing for consistency. Let's mix it up here. Night kill. We're still gonna leave it normal because, well, that's just what the game was meant to do. So we just cast ambient light. I don't believe we can get a flashlight or anything like that. Oh, where are these bastards? I am a little concerned that this is just going to compound the view distance issue. Because I really can't see shit now. Those serpent people are very noisy. And apparently right next to me, but it just slides. They just slide. He rocketed right past us. I don't even think the enemies can come to grips with how the physics are working in this game. So that at least makes me feel a little bit better. Apparently right on top of us. It's even more difficult to see with all the blood effects on there. I don't know how to... There's our flamethrower. Okay, for a second there I thought the flamethrower crashed the game. Alright, that night mode was terrible. So we're not going to do that again. We'll just go for survival on the... Oh no, it's different when you go on these different ones. Underworld Zarudu. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna find out. The demon draws power from nearby mages. You must kill them first to weaken him. This has some... This is surprising me for what we have in here. Oh. And apparently they can just randomly show up. Okay. Okay, the restart button. That doesn't make sense. The restart button is what makes you go back into the game. The continue button puts you back to the main menu. I would have just had it as like... Okay. I would have had it as like a restart, and then like back to main menu, or a continue and then go back to main menu. No, one or the other, not both. Where are you coming from? Green ball of glow stick things. I can't tell if that was good or bad. I really have no idea if that was good or bad. Everything just runs really slow. Like there's an unnatural lag. Let's try and get different weapons. See if that can help us a little bit. Then again, I have to actually remember to change said weapons for it to be any help. Get a shotgun here. Place the pistol, sure. Go back into a normal kill mode. I'm gonna try out the new shotgun we have. So right away, the thing I do want to mention is that it keeps saying it has RPG elements, and as far as I can tell, what the RPG elements mean, are they just invisible? Or does the view distance of... I'm trying to see if we have a melee, but I don't think we do. Okay, apparently if we put in one shell, it makes many. How is this not hitting anybody? Okay, anyway, what I was trying to say is I lose my train of thought to the nonsense. But it seems that for it to count itself as an RPG means it'll have difficult enemies, and you play the game to get things to beat difficult enemies. That's just a leveling mechanic. I don't think that's actually an RPG element. Then again, this is just me. I may not have a much... Wow, we died real fast. I still had HP. It said down there. I may not have an opinion that is shared with most people, but RPG stands for role-playing game, so to me, if you're playing an RPG, that means you're making choices, you're going in, you're playing a role. Similar like if you played D&D. You make your character, you play the role of your character. It's not just a level-up mechanic. Because then that's just a level-up mechanic. Stupid skeleton warrior. Yeah, that's just a thing that I've kind of felt about RPG genres as a whole recently. And, yeah, I just felt like communicating that to anybody who's still watching this. I mean, it's not... This isn't particularly all that great. And it really feels like pretty much all the other masked army. I've already forgotten the actual series title of this game, because yeah, series. They fixed the thing of not being able to move in Iron Sight, so you know, they're making improvements. But for the actual playing of the game, I mean, it doesn't feel different than the other ones. Our starting gun behaves the exact same as the last starting gun, even though it's a different starting gun. Archers here, as I stall for time and figure out something else to say. That guy. We're doing a lot better now. It's an open plain. I wish I would have known about this area before. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's not like the game's unplayable. Not to say far from that. Like I said earlier, it feels like there has been some effort put in. It's just the problem is that the game still just fundamentally feels like the other ones that came before it. There's nothing really unique or that really changed other than the enemies look different than what it was before. We won! We won one! Yes! Victory! That seems a very random allotment of time, or maybe I did a mission tracker thing. I honestly didn't pay enough attention. And we get to open a gift. Yeah! We're not gonna grab anything else. I don't know. Tell you what, this is what we're gonna do. Actually, no, we are going to go back. Go to the armor. We can't get any. Never mind. Go back. Go to the weapons. Upgrade. And upgrade. Okay. And let's see what happens on this Zardu thing. And then I'm probably gonna stop playing it because, like I said, it's playable. It's not awful, but it's not exactly the most fun thing in the world. It's not a bad effort. It's certainly not a bad effort. Now, how much of what that effort actually was and how much of it was buying things, that I don't know. Oh, I turned around way too fast. being hit by? I have no idea what we're being hit by. Do we just regenerate health? We just wait? Yeah, if we wait, we very slowly will regenerate some health. Okay. That's good to know. They run away too fast for me to be able to use that on them, it seems. I still have no idea if that green pickup is bad or not. So now we're approaching this some more time. Where did that damage come from? There just seems to be random specks of damage that happen. I mean, if it was that guy the whole time, it didn't do a very good job of pointing that out. Screw you. Oh, he got us. Alright, I think that's good enough. I mean, there's worse. I don't know why I'm opening it. There's worse games in the world. I don't know. I could see it being fun to just put in and play for a few minutes or so. Maybe an hour, kill an afternoon, maybe. I don't know. For seeing a lot, for it feeling like it's basically just the previous games with minor tweaks, it does feel like it's asking a bit much. It's asking for $5. I don't know. I have very mixed feelings here, but like I said before, it's not like it's all that great. Right, so I just realized I never played their survival mode. How could I be fair at checking this game out if I didn't check out all the available features there? So we're just going to do that, then this will be done. So, skeleton. I have a feeling we're not going to do very well. They just slide. It doesn't make sense. None of this really makes sense, ultimately. I don't know, the more I had the sentence. By the way, in case you're curious, I did close the game after I said I was done with it. The game apparently only knows how to close by crashing. So you just hit quit, it says, are you sure? You hit yes, you crash. Okay, we just kind of kept firing without me hitting the button. That was interesting. Just says there are people over there, so let's just fire blindly. That should work. That guy trying to be all sneaky. Trying to catch us. Okay. But now, the more I sit with the game, more it's like, no, I have made up my mind. It's just, it isn't good. Could be good, but if you're wanting a game to just quickly throw in, do some shooty bang bang, there's a lot of other options out there. And they'll probably be better. Not probably, they will be better. Alright, there, we fully experienced the game. Alright, now I'm done. Now I'm tired of looking at this.